Okay. Progress. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Eagles Chat, the last one of a week of whole Eagles Chat. I'm knackered. I've had enough of chatting about. I can't say I've had enough because I always love talking about Sheffield Eagles. But we are joined by the media man himself, one of the stalwarts. He's kept everybody, the king of Twitter, as I call him, the king of Twitter, the king of social media, because anything happens on a pitch during the 90 minutes of Sheffield Eagles, Dan will put it on Twitter without a shadow of a doubt and within seconds. So he is the king of Twitter as far as I'm concerned. Good evening, Mr. Fowler. You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. It sounds like twit anyway, but yeah. I'm fine. Yeah, all good. I do try my best, but yeah, it's been just another week, hasn't it?
Just another week. Yeah,
just another week.
Just another week in the chat. Just as the one thing in the base, we talked about this book that should be written after 2000 with all the Eagles till now. This is just happened. This is just another chapter. Just another chapter.
I think you get 1,000, you get 2,000 words out of this week, but yeah, it's
yeah. But how many could we repeat though? I mean,
exactly. Yeah, if you get some insiders from Tubbs, yeah, exactly. So
evening, Mark Webster's watching. Evening, pal. You all right?
No, but yeah, it's just. I mean, we supposedly got no fans. Our fans call themselves the taxi army. And this club has been telling fans not to buy any tickets because we can't sell any. It's like I'm living in an alternate universe. Yeah. I think
I had to tell my family because my brothers and my godsons and everything, they were coming down because they were interested because it's a new stadium. And that's what did. And I said to him, I says, it's only a tenner and you get a free drink. And he goes, oh, hold on a minute there, yeah. He says, what? And it's the new stadium. I says, yeah. He goes, I might take it up. And then I had to ring him yesterday and just say, no, you can't. Because what I says, they've had to, safety group have just said, put a limit on it. He went, how many? I says, 800. He went, so I bet you're happy. I went, oh yeah, mate, I'm ecstatic. I said, can you imagine what? He goes, and my mate and my younger brother's known Tubby long as me. And he just went, oh, I bet he's going mental. I went, yeah, just a bit. I bet he's been the Tasmanian devil for a couple of days.
Sounds like that anyway, I think. But yeah, I hope he's not watching. But yeah, it's just been bad. Like I said to you, I spoke to both Mark Hannigan and Tubbs today, and it's like the first day that they've not sounded like they're going to break down in tears on the phone because. Yeah, it's been tough, and obviously we were speaking before we went live about the widnes fans, and yeah, coming into this game off the back of a big win as well, they'd been willing to come down, and like you've said from what they've been saying on Facebook and Twitter, they've been wanting to travel down and stuff, and yeah. But it's disappointing for them, but it's also disappointing for us because at the end of the day, it's us that's missing out on the money. So
yeah, can you imagine if it had been late and we had to tell Derek Beaumont there would only be
about? I know. Yeah,
every cloud has a silver lining.
To be fair, I don't know how many they took to Batley because I was there on Monday, and I'm now banned from many Batley games coming forward because I've been to 2 this year and they've lost both. So, admittedly, Fev and Lee, but Lee they did bring that many. Coming from an Eagles fan, it's going to sound really strange.
Yeah. But, it's right because your missus is a Batley fan, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah. So, Martin Riley were on the bench, obviously played for us this season, and I'm there with my Eagles jacket on, and he looked at me and he went, and he just looked really, really confused. I'm like, yeah, I know, I don't know how I've ended up here either, but yeah.
Michael White has just put up a great one. Why is it? I mean, I said this week we'll do a daily episode of Eagles Chat to celebrate it. And there's been so much happening on a daily basis. And today, the dual reg announcement of Wakefield Trinity.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to everybody. I apologize to Mark. I apologize to the office. I'll apologize to every fan in the world because I feel as though the curse of the Eagles Chat has happened again. Because we did it last year because every player we had on from the first team last year got injured as soon as they'd been on the show. So I'm sorry. I'll never do it again.
And the one you were sponsoring's left as well. So.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I just said to Mark the other day, I says, I'm stopping this. I said, I'm stopping. I said, all these bad things are happening. He goes, no, don't you dare. And I said, no, I can't. I'm not sure. Everything's happening.
Not sure if that's a sign that he'd rather chuck himself into a fire and play for us, but you know.
I'm heartbroken. I was just, when I saw that Liam had left, I was like,
top man as well. No way. Yeah, wish him all the best, because he's a real. All of them are. Yeah, I can count on one hand the amount of people that have been at the club that haven't really wanted to do an interview or said that they didn't want to do an interview. There's not many at all, because they're all really nice lads and just down to earth, because obviously they're only like us, aren't they? They work Monday to Friday, and then but just chuck around a odd shaped ball at the weekend. So
yeah, absolutely correct. It's they are a great bunch of lads. How has it been for 9? I mean, how long have you been doing the media job? Is it 9 years?
Yeah, so I started. I was writing for the programme in 2014 when James Whaling left, because I think he got a job at Daily Mirror or something like that.
Oh yeah, posh person.
So I did that, and I was doing some stuff on the side with a few different websites, serious about rugby league, love rugby league as well back then, and Nothing But League in Australia. So. And that was mainly to do with championship. But from then on, 2015 was my last year down here in Yorkshire before going up to Sunderland. So that's when I started doing the tweets and stuff. And that were a great year, but I missed the qualifiers. So, I missed all of it. So, yeah, the Wakefield game at Bramall Lane were obviously an highlight for everyone. And that's the sort of atmosphere we'll be wanting down at Leo LP. So, so in answer to your question, a long way around, about 8 years now, 7 years on, because I've been on and off with volunteering, when I were up at uni, because I couldn't get to every match. But I've not left. So, it's been, I've been doing previews or interviews here, there and everywhere. Yeah. But it's been a good ride. It's been an enjoyable one. Wembley's just priceless. I don't think anything can ever top that. So
no. I think my favorite memory of Wembley is I took a picture, and I remember doing it, and I swear to this day I did not see behind me. I didn't look behind me, and I just took I'm not very good at selfies either, so I just took this picture and I went, I'm in, and I just put this picture and I put it, and then everybody went, Dino, did you look behind you? And I went, no. And it was all the cheerleaders that were stood there with all the skimpy outfits. And I went, oh, if my wife sees that, I'm dead. Oh my God, I'm dead. But that's one of my favorite memories of Wembley. Probably getting concussed as well, diving over the boards and realizing it was concrete. But Michael White has asked me a cracker though. Dan, as you work behind the scenes, and so you see the players more than us, who has impressed you the most this season? For me, it's Halafihi.
Yeah, Vila's been brilliant. I mean, I don't know if he would have been expecting to play 80 minutes every game, because obviously we had James Davey at the start of the season. So, and he left after a few weeks, obviously retiring. So, yeah, Vila's a top shout, because he's been great. I'm trying to think, to be fair, because I mean, Mikey Wood's been all right up until getting his grade F charge, which is going to be hard for about a month and a half, more than likely. So. But Alex did say to me that he didn't miss. So that's but that last week can just be forgotten about. Really, I think we just like the fitness of the lads shone through really against Lee, because we played them and played really well for the last 2 weeks. The Halifax game just got away from us, really. But in answer to the question, Vila's probably going to be my top pick as well. They've all done really well though, to be fair, when they've played. So Kadeem impressed me, to be fair, in the last 20 minutes against Halifax. He came on and he had a good spell. So he's done well as Tubbs. He's done well.
Simon Travis has asked a cracker. Out of the Wakefield team, who would you like to see wearing Eagles top? Tom Johnson. That's mine.
Tom Johnston, he's coming to Catalan. He's signed for Catalan next year. Yeah, so they've got quite a few leaving. I think like Jacob Miller and James Batchelor are leaving as well. So they've got a room off salary cap, I guess. But In answer to the question, I mean, obviously everyone would love to see Eddie back or Corey.
Yeah, Tasha's just said that. Yeah,
they're both playing every week, so more than likely they won't. But yeah, like I said, they've got a few youngsters knocking about. I mean, they've got one at Barrow. Barrow played. He's called Sam Essie, I think he's called Eseh. I think his surname is. But he's played every week. And I don't know if we'll be able to get him, but he's been really good at like loads of offloads. But he's played every week, I think, for Barrow. So they're probably not going to upset the apple cart and bring him here.
I think
good.
I think the funniest one I've had was when the dual reg is when we got Matty Smith from St Helens, and everybody just went, "We got Matty Smith." What the heck?
Yeah, and he didn't want to play. I don't think either. So,
like, what am I doing here?
He played one game, and I think Tubbs knew that he's probably let's not go there. Let's just stick to young lads. So although Adam Swift played really well for us on a number of occasions, and he weren't particularly young back then. So, but we had a few. Yeah.
Who's the joker of the pack this year? We got a joker of the team this year.
QLT, 100%. I mean, I don't go on the coach with. I only go on the coach with them, to like away games, to very, very away games, like your Cumbrian teams and stuff, and hopefully London. But QLT is just absolutely crackers. He really is. But he's like, when I was speaking to Jason Bastley the other week, I said to him that about replacing QLT in the team, because QLT were having a few weeks off, I think, because obviously he's getting on. And he was saying, he's been brilliant with me, even though he just talks a load of shit a lot of time. So, and we're going to put that, but we're going to put redacted in. But Len, I said to Jason, do you want me to put that on? And he's like, no, just call him a wind-up merchant, because I don't want him to think he actually speaks a lot of shit, because he doesn't. He's very... he's very good with his feedback, let's say, and but he's been brilliant for us. I mean, when he came back, I were a bit like, like he is getting on, obviously, but he's just 3 steps ahead of everyone else most of the time. So he's been brilliant. So has he put himself
in an oxygen tank or something like when Michael Jackson used to do and things like that? Because I can't believe it. It's like
just keeps going on forever. Yeah,
it's him and Missy are just like, I mean, Missy's 40 and he's still going for Doncaster. I mean, he's got a broken arm at the moment. Yeah, but did you see these guys that did everything for us and all this, and then Menzies went on forever. So and then all of a sudden Menzies decided that was
speaking to they were having a chat while waiting for the coach one week, and Fax said about because he knows Richard Orne, who's the Donny coach, and Richard Orne says that Missy's still the best player in the team, and he's 40 odd. It's ridiculous. How they keep themselves going, because I'll go for a walk and I'm needing my asthma spray after 20 minutes. So I'll these lads do it week in, week out. It's ridiculous.
All I remember is when I asked Tubby when this went in my 20s, and Tubby was like monitoring all everybody, me, Jason, a few others had to bundle themselves. And as I said to him, I said, what do I have before my training sessions? And he goes, beans on toast. And I'm like, what? And he goes, beans on toast. Swear by it. Beans on toast. And all of a sudden, me and Jason looked at each other and went, beans on toast, right? Yep. So we went out of the Eagles shop. When I finished work at Eagles, went to the supermarket, and both of us bought 6 tins of Heinz baked beans each and went, got to get the best stuff, Heinz baked beans. And then we told Tubby, and he went, any type of beans, lads. It's just a little thing. We went, but we thought he meant the best kind. And he went, no, baked beans will be fine. I went, you tight skate. Look at it. And he's like, yeah. But always remember that. Beans, Tubby going, beans and beans on toast. I'm like, times have changed, pasta and everything.
I don't think so. I don't think Simon will have that on the go-to for them. But whatever he's been feeding them, it's been working, because they've been doing really well this season. It's been good because they're all there for each other. The one that I remember is just before the Lee try, when it didn't seem like a try, it seemed like he were held up. That came from BJB knocking on him that deep in our own half, but everyone rushed to him and like patting him on back. It's fine, it's all right. That's something that I think money can't buy, really, because that camaraderie, team spirit, it goes a long way. Yeah. So obviously last week we're a bit of a hit and miss. I mean, we played pretty well in the second half, but like it was just a bit too much to come back from. It's the way it goes.
Halifax, what can you do?
Yeah, it's always a tough place to go. They've spent a bit of money as well, so but like they've got a few missing as well. Obviously, Brad will be coming back pretty soon as well, Brad Knowles, and that's obviously one of the best forwards in the league, so they can look forward to that. So yeah, I'm sure he'd have been in the mix if he were on the pitch when it were all kicking off. So
it's I think the best thing we've had with Brad with Knowles is that like we sent a message to his dad, Paul Knowles, who always watched the show and everything like that. And then he just says, I've just told Brad, thank you very much from you guys, because you guys have always championed him. You've always been asking about him, how he is. And he says, and Brad still says, he says he loves you guys to bits. He said, because you were always nice to him. I'm like, everybody was nice to him, but
I'm gonna say, nice we're always somebody leaves nice it. But it's
just
the way, you see 110% every game, if not more. So it's tough when people leave, when players leave, but it's always for the best for both you. Well, usually so, and it's just been unfortunate for him that he's had that injury. But
so all the time you've done with the Eagles, all the away games, you've been to some grounds, you've been to some rubbish tips, you've been to some super modern stadiums. What's the worst ground you've been to?
Worst ground? I mean, I feel like I've been speaking out of turn mainly because we've played in so many temporary stadiums and stuff like that. Like it's just that I can't really say what's the worst. I mean, you have places where you've got just your laptop on your knee, but like I said, like OLP, temporary stands and stuff. I mean, I know not many people like Whitehaven, but on a nice day, and it's never usually nice, but on a nice day, it is pretty good up there. And they've got, I think that Saints game when they played, like, I think they got like 3,800 there. That's something that we'd love to have. Obviously, we've got the 800. Just need the
3,000.
Need to allow the extra 3,000 to come through now.
Please hurry up, get us 3,900 in.
Yeah.
I don't care when, just get it. I hope it's this year, but I don't know what'll happen first.
Mark said all he knows. I think Mark Hannigan, he was saying about phase 1, phase 2. Didn't even coming from me. I didn't realize there were phases. To be honest, I know there'll be like a start phase, a middle phase. Like to get the stadium built, and then at the end having the. But the lack of timescales is that it's not ideal. So
phase 1, get us a safety certificate.
No. Like we were saying before we came on air, from media point of view, it's just been they got like the 18th man shirt with tubs and everything, and we're doing the countdown. It's nothing to do with Ross Oakes or Connor Bowles. I know 4 and 3 haven't gone on, but we don't really want to be like lighting the fire again, and that people who can't get a ticket. Obviously,
it's a shame because I was looking forward to number 11, and then about a few days before Liam leaves, I'm like, oh, you're what? And so I was looking forward to that. But anyway, we wish Liam nothing but the best on this show. It just so happens that we sponsored him, and hey, we'll sponsor another one. We don't care who it is. We'll always sponsor people now.
Always good to get one of the Eagles women, and also the wheelchair as well, because we were thinking hopefully we'll still do it. It's kind of a little scoop here, but number 1 would be we'll have Guzzi, and then we'll have one of the women's players, the fullback for the women, and number 1 of the wheelchair as well. So and having it spaced out over the day, so that'd be great. But like I say, if we can get that sorted, we'll do it. But it's just the case that we don't want to fuel the fire, because as much as we can't really link to tickets or anything, so it's not. Yeah. It's not the best situation to be in.
Has anybody said scoreboard yet? Yeah, have we got a scoreboard yet?
I think Mark did say we have got one. So that fingers crossed.
Does it involve chalk and a whiteboard?
Everything will be set up, but it's just also I think like having like the little stalls and stuff, like for your merchandise and everything going back to the club, like food and drink. It'd just be amazing, because, like I said, we never had that, have we? So it's something we could only dream of. And like, I think comment from a fan that I don't know who they support, but they said that so many clubs more established than Sheffield, if they had to go through what we had in the last decade, they'd have gone to the wall.
Yeah,
and it's just it is kind of ridiculous what we've had to go through. But like the directors and everything, we've still managed to plough on. Obviously, we had the fundraiser as well when things did look really dark, and I can't remember how much we raised. I know Nicky Swire started it up, and it was in the thousands, and it were ridiculous how much was raised. not just from Eagles fans, but rugby league as a whole, because we've got to thank likes of Wakey, Fev, and even the RFL for the dispensations across along the way as well. So
because people like Zach and they went buckets at Bradford Bulls, and they were saying what's all this for? And Liz has just said in the chat room over 20,000. That's unreal. That's crazy. Isn't it? Really? It's unbelievable. This is from a club that's got no fans. And it's a taxi.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, though. The people that would say, "Oh, we've got no fans," we're probably donating as well. So that just goes to show it's not. Maybe on a match day things can get a bit fractious, but apart from that, it's we're all in the sport together, aren't we? We all want to see.
Yeah, I remember giving up a first team jersey. Remember that? I think it was Simon Baldwin or something like that from the 90s. But then that name means that the needs of the many outweigh me just having it in a wardrobe and just let it hang there. So, but when it comes to Monday, have you got your spot sorted?
I've not been down, so I'm gonna go. That's what I mean. I'm gonna go down early doors to see just to see what it's like. But like, just the last few days have really deflated me. Like, it's like what do you do? It's like you can promote the game, but you're not promoting it for any tickets or anything, and it's just it is heartbreaking because like we could really. It's going to be our first game back, but it's going to be a little bit tainted by the fact that we've not been able to maximise on its potential, I guess.
It's when you look of all the grounds we've been at, everywhere we've been since Don Valley got demolished, and then it's built, and then I think somebody put a picture on it I think it was Love Rugby League. They put it on yesterday. It was a picture of OLP Park. And it was the first time I've ever looked at it and gone, right, this is where Don Valley was. And I could actually picture Don Valley in the middle where and I could picture everything around it because I could see the Supertram track and the older Workshop Road. And I was working out where everything was. And it was the first time I've ever done that since Don Valley was demolished. And I'm looking at going, look at the difference of it now. Just look, I can't believe it looking at it from that point. I was like, wow, this is the start of something special because it's like you said. I mean, a lot of people have said it. It's the first time since Bawtry Road that there's nothing around the pitch between us and the pitch. There's no ground track. There's no dog track. There's no athletics track. There's no long jumps. It's just us and that. And poor old linesman's going to get it right, left and centre, isn't it? When getting on side,
exactly. He makes a bad decision. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I put a bet on that. Your dad will be if your dad's there, you will be the first person to shout, "Get him on side!" I bet anything on it. If anybody wants to fundraise, that would be the one.
I don't know if he's well. I'm gonna say I don't know if he's mellowed in his old age after what happened a couple of days ago. I don't think so. Yeah. So
no, I remember them days. Remember them days with your dad, like yesterday? They were fantastic. I think one of the best ones we did with your dad coming back from Wakefield, and we'd won again. When I said again, it was like the first division, and we're looking at each other and we're like, "There's something missing here." And he's like, "What?" And I says, "There's something missing." And he goes, "What?" I says, "We're normally looking at the program, looking at where we're going to pick the points from to stay up from relegation." And says, "And look, when we're in top 6 now, we're going for a premiership." And we all of us looked at each other and went, "Oh yeah, we're normally looking at relegation, aren't we?" And bang, just like that. But we just fell about laughing. The Tarts Terrace is on the same spot as Block 5 was. Right. So where the
Terrace, I like that. That's
Tarts
great.
Terrace. I like that because
I
remember where the Tarts Terrace. I remember where the Tarts used to stand in Don Valley Stadium, and very much I remember them days.
I see, like what you were saying about Don Valley and like how it was compared to what it is now. I just get so discombobulated. It's ridiculous. I'm just like, I'll have a look and I'm like, right, what will where? And I can't picture it.
The only way I can do it, it's like the only way I can do it really was that picture at Love Rugby League thing. And that's the only picture I've ever known where I can visualize it, because then I can put Don Valley Stadium above and like that and above it. And have the rail and if the tram wasn't there, there'd be no chance. But I could just work it out with Workshop Road and everything like that with it, and where the porter cabin used to be and everything like that. And God, everybody complains about Eagles officers. Try living with Gary Edrington for about 2-3 years with a porter cabin. That is going to be amazing how we put up with that. And that porta cabin should be in the Eagles Hall of Fame. It should be there for the Heritage Project, everything like that. But I don't know where it is now. I don't know if it's probably gone somewhere to the porta cabins in the sky, but yeah, whatever. But I think your job has been out. I mean, this the amount of things. I mean, we said it about Twitter earlier on. Within seconds of something happening on the match, it's always there on Twitter. It's always there social media wise. I'll put anybody in rugby league against you. I'll put anybody. I'll just say, with all the thousands that they've got at their disposal and all these people that they've got and social media managers, you do one hell of a job, mate. You really, really do.
Cheers, pal. I mean, I enjoy it. It's good. I mean, like, still have head in hands at some point, you know, when maybe there's a mistake that's been made or something like that. But yeah, I try my best to get it out there as quick as I can. But it's not just me. Obviously, when I'm not there, Lewis is doing it, but that sacrifices legal eye, which has been brilliant. I think that's like a bit like the next step sort of thing for our media content, because we're quite quiet and sporadic on YouTube, really. So it's been good to get that going. And Mark's just lent us a camera, Hannigan, and and Lewis put his hand up for it. I'm sure after the Barra game when he absolutely chucked it down, and I were freezing. I were freezing in stands. So those two, Alex and Lewis on the sidelines, are unbelievable.
Who did the animations for it with the Screaming Eagle when it starts with that SETV?
Oh yeah, not me. Yeah, it's
that's fantastic.
SETV ident. Yeah, that's the ident at the start. Yeah, I got told from Mark, right, this is what we use, and I know one particular opponent to that, and that's Mr. Brian Moore. He absolutely despises it, the kit, man. He's told me a few times we need to get rid of it. I'm like, it's beyond my power, Brian. It's beyond my power. So yeah, he's.
Oh, God bless Brian. God bless him.
What a guy, yeah. I was telling him outside the pub at Lee when we all went for a drink afterwards, like, you know, just before we go heading off on the motorway, and he was saying that this group of players, like, they're all having banter across different tables outside and everything, and yeah, there were it's just like the camaraderie and stuff. It's something that we had when we were back-to-back champions. We were in grand final, and probably bringing Brownie back's been great as well. That's been a really good for his attack mainly, because I know he didn't particularly fancy a bit of defence, did Brownie, but but yeah, he was great. He was great for us as a player. He's great for us now. He's another one that's been brilliant with me for interviews and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good to have him on board as well, because I know obviously we've got Jed and got Keith and everyone, and they're all great. They're all great people. So and that's what the Eagles is all about.
I think it's more. I mean, from what I can see and everything and then everything what we've seen this year, the togetherness of the Eagles, what's been missing from pandemic reasons and everything else that goes with it, was missing last season, and then all of a sudden, Toby's gone. Toby did the famous announcement that it's a toxic environment. And we was like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said about the pandemic, I think it probably had a bit to play with it, because you're not around people that you're supposed to be around for every week, pretty much. So these people, these lads might see the teammates more than they do the family at times, depending on shifts and stuff like that. So. Having a year off probably didn't help us in that respect. Although, to be fair, we didn't get off to the best start in 2020 either. So, but I know we had a few injuries. But but that seems like years and years ago. So it's one of those things, you know, when players know what they're doing next year, and we didn't really have much to fight for, because I don't think we were ever going to go down. And we were never going to get in playoffs, so it was just a case of it petering out. And there was some the interviews weren't good at the end either, because it was just me asking tons of the same questions. It's not like we're going to get reinforcements in for 2 games or however many were left in the season. But it can get toxic sometimes for the squad. We've had a few, to be fair, since maybe 2015. So. I know there's a few particular players that come to mind that have been mentioned a few times on Eagles chat, and so it's but this year they're all a good bunch. So fingers crossed that stays the same for a while. So.
Yeah, talking of players, how many times has anybody been begging Mr. Thackeray to stay another year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just something that comes naturally to us all. That we all want him to stay. Because he's just brilliant. He's a role model. And he's the person everyone that I think the whole squad looks up to. Because having QLT and having Thackeray there, I think the average age I know the age combined is about nearly in the 70s, but they're just the brilliant. But he's still got the physical element, the speed, and but I can see where he's coming from. He wants to go out on his own terms. He don't want to get an injury, or he don't want to be having a bad season and just petering out. I mean, if he's going to go out, he's going to go out pretty much on the top, and he is on the top of his game right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, he'll get Player of the Year at this rate. I think.
100%. I can't see any other outcome, because he's just it's one of those things where you screw up with your playmakers and your main playmakers as well. Because I don't know if we have one, because Isaac also does a lot of work. But when Fax doesn't play particularly well, it does put us on the back foot, because he has been the main man. He is our captain as well. But that's few and far between, because he's brilliant. He really is. So, and a top man as well to boot.
Yeah. Mrs. Sheffield Eagles herself, Katie Pete, has just asked, what is your thoughts on the dual reg? It had to happen, didn't it? It had to happen because we were short of bodies.
I think, it's one of those things that I think we needed, really, because there's only so many. We've not got a big squad as it is, have we? I know we've got the likes of Will Wallace, Kadeem Williams, who've been having game time here and there. But bringing in young lads who are wanting to make a move in Super League, I guess, wanting to get into the Wakefield team. Fingers crossed they don't play too well, so they don't play, so they don't get called back. But that's the way it is. But if it happens, it happens. We know what comes with Joel Reg. Yeah. But if we get a few young lads in, mainly forwards, hopefully, it's just it'll be good to see them take the field, and fingers crossed they do all right for us.
What's been the favourite memories of the last 8 years that's been away and everything like that?
Memories of the last 8 years.
I know Wembley.
Yeah, of course. The 2015 season will always stand out, really. But 2017, I think we played in the Shield final. We played Batley 4 times that year, and we beat them once, and that were in Shield semi-final. So that's what it is. I think I put on Facebook as well that we've won, and we've only one win over Batley this year, but it's the only one that matters, because it was and we went to Toulouse, and I was on the internet when I got back up to Sunderland that night at about 10 o'clock. I was like, right, I'm gonna find a way to get to Toulouse from Sunderland on I think we played on the Saturday or maybe on the Sunday, I can't remember which. So I needed my passport first of all. So Sunderland to Sheffield on the megabus. Got in there about 9 p.m.
Megabus. No way.
Came to visit me at Meadowhall and bought me my tea as well. Thank you very much. So that was great. And it were Meadowhall to Coventry. That got me in at 1:20. And 2:30 were my next coach to Stansted from Coventry. So I had an hour to try and find somewhere to sit, really. I went in the bus stop, and I'm like, oh God. So, but then I walked outside, and there's about 2-3 nightclubs, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get harassed. I'm like, right, I'm going back in the bus stop. And then Coventry to Stansted. And oh my God, I was so knackered. And and then I don't think I slept. I think I just went and put my bag away and went into Toulouse, and we went to the match 10-6 up at half time, thinking, oh, we're gonna do it, we're gonna actually do it. But then they took over in the second half. But that's the journey of a lifetime, I think, because I'll never forget that, because I did it on my own as well. And honestly, I struggle making a cup of tea at the best of times, to be honest with you. So going to Toulouse on me Todd with all my mates.
And Megabus. of all the things in this world to do on Megabus.
Yeah, and well, cheap. I was a student back. Well, I'm still cheap now, but I was a student. Yeah, I'm about getting trains. That's for sure. Not a week's
I did
notice,
it.
So
I went from London to Preston with a friend who came from Canada, and we went up on the train because we missed the bus, and then coming back, we went on Megabus, and we're coming back from Preston to London. And I'm not kidding. My friend Lance, he's a cracker, and he got off the coach and he went, "Dean, can you just promise me one thing?" And I said, "Sure, mate, whatever." He goes, "Don't ever book Megabus again in my lifetime. I don't care how many times I come to the UK. Just don't ever put me on Megabus again." I went, "I promise you, I will never do that again, mate." He's like, "I know." He said, "I didn't know it could get any worse than that." And I went, "Sorry, pal, I'll never do that to you again." He went, "Never." So Megabus will always have a little bit of fun.
Trying to think of a few more because obviously
Mark Webster says best Dan Fowler moment, scenes on toast.
Scenes on toast. Yeah, of course, it's gonna live forever. I think that one. Yeah, it's. I said, yeah, it's like with 20 minutes to go. I think 26-12 or something to Donny. I'm like, if we come back, it'll be scenes on toast. Whoever it were that was stood with me were like, you need to put that on Twitter if we get there. And obviously I were happy that we'd won, but I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to put it on now. So, it was just ridiculous. I've said that a few times tonight. Ridiculous, but it was just unbelievable, and I had to put that moment because Alex captured it perfectly. Guzzi making the break, and then the offload to Fax, and that's it. And that's it. But he got both pictures, so I had to put that into the montage, the video which I made. And
talking of which, wow, the reaction to this video
it went pretty well, didn't it? Yeah. So it's something that I did want to put on the Eagles page, but like I don't know if the cinematic orchestra have a legal team or anything. So
well, normally because of my streaming experience, normally if you put something on with music and if it's not copyrighted within 5 minutes, you're all right.
Yeah, it says on my profile that it's got some sort of partially muted thing, but
yes,
I don't think anything is. I don't think it is partially muted. So, but yeah, it's something that I just made. I was like, I want something that that fans can resonate with, and yeah, I had to put some of the tart pictures in as well, and yeah, it's I'm glad it went well because I didn't want it to flop really. It were quite a few hours of getting all the photos together and stuff because I could have put videos in, but I was like mixing audio and stuff. I just wanted it to be just photos, and it was good, and all the different places we played, your Castle Parks and your Fevs, and it's been a journey. It's been a journey. It's nearly there. So I mean, almost
there. Almost there. What's plans then for the
good occasion? So
it's going to be a rare Sunday off, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, I'm not allowed at the Batley game, so I know. But they're playing London, so they should win. But I don't know. I don't know. I've not planned anything for the weekend, to be fair, because Amy works shifts as a dispatcher with the police. So someone that she has had to speak to at some stages is Rob Orensey because he's a policeman. And now he's playing. He's back playing as well. So it's good to see him back as well. But I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'll just be a nervous wreck until Monday because it's not nervous about the match itself. It's just wanting everything to go all right. And I'm sure that's what everyone else is like. But we've got so many different things that are going on. Like you got singers and stuff and like inflatables and face painting. It's usually Catholic did that for me. It's like when I was at Don Valley. So, I might have to pass on the face painting mine. But it's going to be great. And that's something that will build up over the weekend as well, because as much as we can go hard on it and be like, coming back home, it's great and everything, it's just a case of the circumstances, really. It's like there should be some tickets available, shouldn't they? And that's the way it is.
I think it's going to be a nice picture of the people that's going to be stood on the hill, because there's going to be people stood up there.
Yeah, exactly.
We know this. We can't stop it. There's people going to be there, so...
Yeah, exactly. We just don't want loads of away fans to be coming, when we do get the full stadium and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it won't be like that. But the people who come and stand on the hill, like I say, nothing can stop you. Like it's just it's one of those things. If you want to add something to the club, I mean, all the pre-match entertainment's outside. You can get you in the shop or something, or get you some merchandise, and you can pay what you would have to come into the stadium. But it's going to be good. It's like I said, I'm just nervous because obviously with the Eagles, something usually goes awry. But now I think that's already been and gone. I think that sort of news. So yeah.
No, that video. I mean, Katie says it was a chuffing tearjerker, Dan. And I think your mum says. He says, I had a very worried weekend when Dan went to Toulouse, and that was from your mum.
Yeah, just I can imagine. I was worried. It's all the way back at Ryanair, so anything could have happened. So, but anything like O'Leary's horses, it'd have been,
But I mean, you've got your plans, everything for Monday, and Lewis and all the other guys with the media side of things.
It's there's some other stuff from a third party as well, which fans would look forward to. Hopefully that's still going ahead, but I'm not going to say any more. Yeah. But there's something that'd be really interesting for everyone to see, not just Eagles fans, but rugby league fans as a whole in general. So. Yeah, fingers crossed that's still going ahead as well, despite the limited attendance. But it's going to be great. But obviously for the Heritage Project as well, I think everything seems to be coming together really well. The Heritage Project, the wheelchair and the women's as well. No, the wheelchair haven't won a game, but honestly, how tough that game is out in that sport to play is ridiculous. Again, ridiculous. So it's I can't pay tribute to them enough because they're representing the club. They're representing the club with pride, and they're doing it in another country this time. They're doing it in Wales this weekend. So best of luck to them. Best of luck to the women as well at Swinton. And we'll get updates for them as well. We'll put them on Twitter. We'll put them on Facebook.
See, he's the king of Twitter. He's the king of Twitter.
Well, yeah.
Nothing what about it. He's the full king of Twitter.
So we're talking about plans for the weekend. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be keeping an eye out for Butler messaging me and saying, hopefully not getting the score wrong, because I got the half-time score wrong for women in first game, so I had to delete that. So we were actually winning easily.
Have you ever had a tweet where you've done it and you've gone, oh, what have I done there?
Oh yeah, plenty of times where score's wrong and stuff, and I've just had to either style it out or but it's more when. Well, this year, for example, I think there's been 2-3 occasions, the League semi-final and the Challenge Cup against North Wales, I put the wrong gifts on, like the home and away. So I'm like, oh my God, idiot. What? It's like I don't know what I'm watching. Like I see Martin blue and I'm putting red videos on it. It's just...
Yeah, I think Crusaders got to take some credit because everybody was saying, oh yeah, we should have really taken the town. But they're unbeaten at the moment. So I think the only team that's beaten them this year is us.
I know Bailey got sent off as well for something that wasn't a red card, obviously. Yeah. But they're doing well. Keithley, I mean, there's going to be some teams that are spending a bit of money that are not going to go up, but obviously not as much as Lee and Fev. But still, I think with this IMG coming in and, and Rugby League becoming as one again and the Super League not really being a separate entity, it's going to be there's going to be some changes made, I assume, because it did say in the statement about potential restructure and IMG having a bit of a say in that. So I don't know if it'll be more based on big cities and stuff. I know it's happened before with Toronto and stuff, but as long as we keep going, we keep putting his name in the hat and having the new stadium ready, hopefully ready with a full capacity as well at some point. Well, we'll hopefully be in the discussion for any sort of restructure.
Yeah. Well, I always said this about our new stadium. We've had ours demolished, completely had to play for the last 9 years, here, there, everywhere. And Castleford announced their stadium, I don't know how long ago. I think it was the noughties. And they're still waiting. And they've still just announced another redevelopment and everything. And Wakefield and all these other places that said, we're going to get new stadiums and everything. And I'm like, this is the only one that's been built properly in this time scale about the other teams.
York's another one that's in there. The York have done theirs pretty well as well. But I think that helps with having a football team there as well. So there's like double interest. So it's tough. I mean, obviously Wakey and Castle, people will be thinking they're putting statements out for statement's sake, but the people that are there must be as frustrated as what Tubbs and Mark and Tasha have been this week. It's as much as we have got a stadium and we're not being able to maximise that potential straight away, which is you only get one first game back, and it's just but maybe we'll try and figure something out for when we've got a full stadium, when we can have the full stadium, and that'll be the first game back.
Do you think Castleford waited till Dowell went from their club before they announced a new stadium? All of a sudden he's left, and all of a sudden, hey, we've got a new plan for the stadium. I bet Dowell's
he's not been having the best time of it at Wire either, but they played really.
It's in Lancashire. It's in Lancashire. It's simple as that. He should have never gone to Lancashire.
Should have never gone. Really well last night, so fingers crossed they're gonna.
I saw him bash the table. Did you see him bash the table in first half?
Yeah.
I think it was the first, and I went, "That's the Dowell I know. Go on, son. Go on, son. Let's see." You can't knock his passion. You really can't. He's never changed. Not. I remember seeing him giving an argument to all the players that are playing at Leeds, and I think it was the first year in First Division, and we got back, and I think we were down 40-2. And he looked at all the main players like Gary Van Bellen and all the old guys, and he goes, "We've just let them come down 80 yards down that side of the pitch. Either do something or get off the..." And he lost it completely. And I'm like, he must have been about 23, 24. And he's giving these lads that like in the 30s a right rollicking. I'm like, love that guy. Loved him forever for it.
Yeah.
But I will let you disappear, mate. I'll let you have a nice Friday night to yourself, and then I'll more than likely.
I've enjoyed it. It's been good.
I've loved every minute. I think the video itself will live in memory for every single Eagles fan that's ever been. One complaint: where was the picture of Andrew Senior giving it Bill Arthur on the telly when he was like when it was on that?
I think that's on his Facebook. I could have got it. I could have, but I don't know if that were pre-2013, though. So I think that might just that would have been an exception. But he got plenty of airtime, did Senior, and obviously Richard as well, Richard Anderson.
Yeah. It's going to be nice on. I mean, it's going to be nice on Monday when they said they were going to remember all the fans and all the officials that's no longer here.
Yeah, an in-memory section. I don't know if they're doing a minute silence or something, but they've got an in-memory section on the in the program. But obviously, I know like Tony, who's the granddad of Alex and Lewis. He always got programs off him. Always said hello. A really nice man. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty in there. You could go on forever. I mean, John we're on the video with the tarts. He were massive following him. We're following him everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, so there's loads that you could go through, and it's good that they're going to get mentioned in the program because as sad as it is that they're not going to be allowed to see it, they'll be there in spirit. I think Tubbs mentioned that in his program notes. So it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be an emotional one. So and it's also good that Fozzie, Ollie Davis, Aaron Brown get to enjoy it as well. So. And and Beans mentions that in his program piece as well. So
excellent. Right. Well, thank you very, very much, mate, for this. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I will see you Monday.
Yeah, see you on Monday, pal.
You take care. Bye-bye, mate. Bye-bye. Well, that was the last of the weeks of big things we've been talking about all this week. We've been talking about everything that's happened. I promise you I'll never do another week of Eagles Chat because of all the things that's happened while we've been doing this. It's just been one thing after another. I promise you, I swear I will never do this again. I will never do a Monday to Friday of Eagles thing. This is the last time I'm going to speak before I actually see you guys on Monday. I'm filling up now. This has been the hardest thing that I've ever known any sports club go through. The hours, the miles, the venues, the people, the setbacks. That's been told that we can't do this, been told that we can't have the stadium, been told that this OLP is not good enough, been told everything about it. I mean, we've been blasted from pillar to post in every shape, form, and anything. That we shouldn't be in the rugby league, that we shouldn't be even having a professional team. We've got no fans. We don't contribute everything. Everybody's had a go at us. Everybody concerned with rugby league said, "Oh, Sheffield Eagles shouldn't be here." On Monday, this flag will fly in the home of Sheffield Eagles, and I mean home. I don't know. I know there's only going to be 800 people there, but for the first time in a long, long time, we've got a stadium, we've got fans, and we've got a home. Sorry. This club means everything to me. Oh, dear. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, my glasses are steaming up. Is there some onions in here? There's some onions around here somewhere. I'll let you guys finish. I'll let you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a great time, whatever you're doing. I will see you on Monday at the Olympic Legacy Park. Come and say hi, do whatever you want to do. I'm not bothered. I'll have a laugh, have a joke with old people. I still don't know what shirt I'm going to wear, but it won't be this one. I promise you, it won't be this one. I'm not wearing this one. It might. It's looking like it's going to be the Super Joe. I'll have to wear Super Joe one. But anyway, but take care, guys. Love to everybody. Thank you for the wonderful support you've shown. Everything. It's been a wonderful week. I've enjoyed everything. Thank you to Mark. Thank you to Mark Aston, Mark Webster, that's been on my little partner in crime. Thanks to Zach, he came on as well. Thanks to Katie. Thanks to Richard as well, that came on, and Mark Hannigan, and everybody else that's popped in on this thing over the last 5 days. It's been a week of wonderful days. It's been hard. It's been the worst, some of the worst decisions, worst announcements we've ever heard. Well, we've done it before. We'll do it again. And I'll see you guys on Monday evening. Good night. God bless. Good luck. Have a great time this weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.